How do they build a high-tech luxury car by hand, using traditional techniques passed down from father to son? And how they turn a synthetic sapphire into the world's toughest glass. Join us after the break to find out how do they do it. Over de wereld zich tegen je heeft verkeerd. Everybody on the planet got 3 shots. Dan zit er maar één ding op. Blijf bij deze avondjes staan. En het nieuw bestaan uit de grondstoffen. Keihard werken. En ook vertrouwen dat jij de beste bent. I'm by far the most talented person out of the bunch. It's a fact. Jesse James, Outlaw Garage. Dinsdag 10 uur bij Discovery Channel. I need your help, Doc. Full volumes. Take it easy. They got a text from me. Graduated to home. Fast and Furious says, Miami the Heels Bowl. Open IMAX.
Hi. First impressions count. New Ox Hook Night Proof Gel. Extra strong.
Een nieuw seizoen. Een nieuw gezicht. It's the best training the Outlaw can provide. En deze commando heeft zo zijn eigen regels. No matter how much training you have, that doesn't guarantee overleven in barre omstandigheden, maar vooral overleven met elkaar. Nature rules out here. We're a very bad situation as this shows me the problems by having going on. Een nieuwe aflevering. Full Survival. Vanavond 9 uur bij Discovery Channel. If you're more than slightly rich and you can't face the common folk in first class, the back seat of one of the most luxurious cars ever built might be the perfect way for you to get around. If next door bought a boring old Rolls-Royce, you might consider getting a Bentley. Of course, this level of luxury takes some serious engineering. So, how do they do it? For the last word in automotive sophistication, you come to Crewe in the northwest of England. Since 1946, the people of Crewe have been bringing a lot of British glamour into the world. This is the home of the Bentley motor car. Race car enthusiast W.O. Bentley built his first automobile in 1919. His cars had 4 consecutive victories in the Le Mans races during the roaring 20s. In 1931, Rolls-Royce bought the company. Bentley had the same reputation for quality, but their cars were altogether more sexy. So sexy that James Bond drove one in the original novels. Bentley's new owners are Volkswagen, but the cars are built very differently to your average VW. For a start, they only turn out 10,000 Bentleys a year, and they build much of the car by hand. It takes 3,500 workers 560 hours to build the flagship Bentley Arnage. Moving along the 90 assembly stations, each car is painstakingly pieced together by hand from over 6,000 components. But the workers of Bentley are up against competition capable of inhuman accuracy. So, attention to detail is like a religion here. Every single component, from body panels to door handles, is filed on computer and tracked through each stage of the assembly. Computer-assisted guidance gives human welders superhuman powers of accuracy to position the 6,500 spot welds needed to create a seamless body. Mindless, repetitive jobs like gluing might be done by mindless robots, but all the assembly is done lovingly by humans, to an accuracy measured in thousandths of a millimeter. Because robots are no match for the highly trained eyes and fingers that examine the bodywork for the smallest dents or imperfections. The finish is so good, the Queen has 2 Bentleys of her own. Of course, if you're escaping the paparazzi or late for a royal engagement, you need a car that can shift. The trouble is, all that handcrafted bodywork weighs in at a whopping 2.7 tons. That's twice the weight of a Porsche Boxster. The solution is the mother of all engines. The Bentley's awesome 6.75-litre 500 horsepower 8-cylinder engine is still hand-assembled by a team of 18 people. It's enough to propel 2.7 tons from 0 to 100 kilometres per hour in just 5.5 seconds. And it gives the Bentley an entirely unnecessary top speed of 270 kilometres per hour. But it takes more than good looks and power to make a car fit for a king. The most discerning buyers are used to having things their way, and Bentley are only too happy to oblige. David heads up the department dedicated to catering to their every whim.
All about personalisation. Whatever the customer wants is what we try to deliver. This is the brand values of Bentley.
So if you want to rest your G&T on a table made from a favourite tree on your estate, just ask the cabinet maker. He'll happily chop it down and carve it up into 6.2 square metres of wooden inlays and dashboards. It takes 80 craftsmen 13 days just to produce the wood for a Bentley interior. And to catch up on the latest episode of How Do They Do It, there's a state-of-the-art LCD TV screen with top-end audio.
We have a list of 4,000 individual customer features that we've delivered over the last 10 years. And that ranges from painting a car in the favourite colour of the woman's dress, packing on vanity cases of the ladies' perfume and makeup, hiding guns.
Hang on, did he just say guns?
Secret compartments we put handguns in.
The problem for a lot of Bentley owners is that if you're rich enough to own one, you're going to attract a certain amount of unwelcome jealousy. So, for total peace of mind, Bentley can turn your car into a tank. Adding 8-centimetre thick polycarbonate backed glass and integrating hardened steel plates into the bodywork at the beginning of assembly, they can make the car immune to all sorts of weaponry. So, without a care in the world, you can sit back on the leather, rest your champagne on the mahogany, and wave at the people who have to worry about silly things like mortgages and phone bills. The on-the-road price for a Bentley Arnage is a cool $225,000 for a bare bones vehicle. If you have to ask what all the extras will cost, you probably can't afford it. This is the Augusta Westland Lynx, the world's fastest helicopter. Military helicopters like these rely on a battery of sensors and cameras. But to protect those sensors, ordinary glass just won't cut it. Toughest glass in the way from they do it. Sapphires are among the most highly prized gemstones. Their rarity means a natural sapphire the size of a pea will set you back over $2,000. And even for military good job we found a way to give Mother Nature a helping hand. 80 kilometres south of Perth, on the edge of the Australian outback, lies a lovely island, the world's largest bauxite mine. This mine produces over 20 million tonnes of bauxite ore a year.
Nee? Je kan er toch uit?
The ore goes
Ja,
to
je
the
kan er
nearby
wel uit.
Pinjarra refinery, where it's
Wel
turned
eens.
into white aluminium oxide powder, the raw material for making aluminium. But this unremarkable powder has another, more surprising property. If you heat it enough, it'll turn into sapphire. Most natural sapphires were formed millions of years ago when intense heat turned small amounts of aluminium oxide into super tough gemstones. But a million years is a long wait for a piece of glass. Fast forward to the outside of the world. Just outside Chicago, Rubicon Technology can grow giant sapphires in just a week or two. They start by pouring up to 200 kilograms of crystallized aluminium oxide, or alumina, into a furnace heated to 2,200 degrees Celsius, half the temperature of the surface of the sun. Next, a rod of sapphire known as a sieve is lowered into the crucible. In the furnace, the air melts. Then the operator very carefully begins to reduce the temperature in the furnace. As it cools, the molten liquid begins to crystallize around the sieve. It can take 14 days for the sapphire to grow in this way. The resulting gem is an extraordinary crystal known as a blue that can weigh as much as 200 kilograms, and it's totally colorless because it's totally pure sapphire. Blue sapphires get their color from metal impurities like iron. This giant gem might not impress your beloved if you put it on the end of her finger. It might actually crush her finger. But it's a perfect building block for anything that needs super tough glass. But whether it's headed for a chopper, a laser, or a watch face, it needs to be crystal. You have to carve up the balls. They begin by marking up cores of different sizes on the crystal. But carving up the second hardest mineral on the planet is far from easy. The obvious solution is the hardest mineral on the planet, diamond. Spinning at 1500 RPM, a drill bit with a diamond-coated tip carves its way through the sapphire, cutting cylinders out of the bowl as though it were coring an apple, until only a shell remains to be melted and used again. The crystal cores look like props from Superman's Arctic hideaway. But they don't stay this way for long. To make sections of perfectly clear glass, the sapphire core needs to be like a stick of salami. Holds a very degree of precision to be just 1 millimeter thick. So they steel wire of a huge threaded across the core 300 wafers simultaneously. The problem is, steel alone can't cut the sapphire. It would just overheat and snap. So an abrasive slurry filled with minute diamond particles is poured over the crystal. The wire is carried at 9 meters a second in a rocking motion across the surface of the cores. Provide the edge. The steel slices the sapphire cheese rock, leaving a fish surface polished to a tolerance of 5/1000ths of a millimeter. Smooth and which is just because the screen on a chopper's infrared camera has to be clear, flat, and extremely smooth. If it's in the it's like New Discovery Channel Dirty Jobs. My name's Mike Rock. This is my job. We're looking for people who aren't afraid to get dirty. This is dreadful. Hardworking. Honestly. To you. Doing the kinds of jobs that make civilized life possible for the rest. Coming up on Dirty Jobs, building a custom home. For fish, reef balls.
Corals and sponges will actually have habitats to live in.
For a small sea creature, this is a mansion. For a large land mammal like me, it's a dirty job. It's what I'm doing right now. Is this a specific job?
I had to add through the short straw.
Then, you're like, a letter from the poor really gets my goat. And to a farm in Texas where they make soap out of goat's milk. Everybody gets milk bag at a place that helps you get clean. Leave it to me to find something dirty. It's pretty ugly. Whoops. And later, I'm getting buried in Louisiana. What is the purpose of a frac?
They use the fresh water to fracture the rock so they're ready to produce some other things make it produce back into the tank.
This job's got it all. Confined spaces, deafening sounds, toxic fumes, and not one, not two, but three uncomfortable exits. Today I've come to sunny Sarasota to build a reef water reef in question. Reef these balls, but not just any concrete. This is a pH made by a great way. But fish. It's a great place called. They make concrete reef balls and reef layer cakes.